You know how you check your bank account and panic when a few $100s disappear? Imagine that, but on the scale of an entire country. One day, everything seems normal. The next, billions of dollars just appear out of nowhere, or vanish. This is not science fiction. This is national debt. And there's a hidden mechanism that can make it explode overnight. It starts with a simple idea most people never notice. Money is borrowed before it exists. Sounds weird? That's because it is. Unlike a household that spends what it already has, governments spend first, then borrow. They issue bonds, IOUs, to anyone willing to lend. But here's the twist. Those bonds are not just promises. They are instruments that ripple through the entire financial system, almost like a secret lever. Let's slow down. Imagine the government needs $1 trillion for, say, infrastructure, healthcare, or stimulus. It doesn't print the money directly. It sells bonds to banks, hedge funds, even foreign governments. The buyers pay cash. The government spends it into the economy. But now the government owes interest on that $1 trillion loan. And that interest compounds. That's where things start to feel less like ordinary math and more like a financial thriller. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The overnight explosion doesn't require a new spending spree. It happens quietly through interest compounding and market reactions. If interest rates rise, even by a small fraction, the cost of servicing existing debt can balloon in days. Trillions of dollars in obligations suddenly demand attention. And if investors doubt the government can pay, bond prices fall, yields spike, and the debt grows even faster. It's like walking a tightrope over a pit of fire, blindfolded. The irony is that the same system designed to manage debt can also magnify it. Central banks often step in, buying bonds to stabilize the market. That adds liquidity, temporarily calms panic, and keeps interest rates low. But that's not free magic. Each intervention is another layer of obligation, and every layer adds fragility. One misstep, say an unexpected spike in inflation or a political crisis, and the debt doesn't just rise, it explodes, overnight in market terms anyway. Most coverage of national debt focuses on big numbers and scary charts, 30 trillion, 50 trillion, 100 trillion. It's easy to feel numb, but the hidden mechanism, the lever behind the numbers, is psychological, technical, and absurdly human. Investors, banks, and governments are all reacting to signals and incentives. Fear, greed, and herd mentality can move trillions of dollars faster than any policy debate. That's the part that's rarely discussed. One rumor, one missed forecast, one tiny misalignment, and suddenly the entire debt ecosystem shudders. Consider Japan, debt exceeding 250% of GDP, mostly held domestically. The public assumes it's safe, but even there, the underlying mechanics, rising rates, aging population, political inertia, could trigger a cascade if conditions shift. Or look at emerging markets. A modest hike in U.S. interest rates can make borrowing suddenly unaffordable. Overnight, debts denominated in dollars balloon in local terms. Companies collapse. Governments scramble. It's all hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right or wrong trigger. And yet, the system continues. Policymakers reassure citizens, economists debate fiscal responsibility, markets shrug and keep trading. Everyone acts as if debt is a static, controllable thing, when in reality it's dynamic, fragile, and, let's be honest, slightly absurd. One invisible lever pulled at the wrong moment can turn confidence into panic, growth into contraction, and stability into chaos. So why does this matter to you? Because national debt isn't just an abstract number. It shapes interest rates on your mortgage. It affects government spending on healthcare, education, and infrastructure. It influences the strength of your currency, the price of imports, and the stability of your investments. The hidden mechanism that can make debt explode overnight is also the mechanism that touches your life in ways you barely notice. And here's the final unsettling thought.
We understand the mechanics, we can model the risks, and yet no one really knows when the next trigger will hit. It could be a policy misstep, a market shock, or just the slow creep of compounded interest catching up. All we know is that the lever is there, waiting. So the next time you hear about national debt in the news, remember it's not just a number, it's a hidden, powerful machine. And like any machine, it can hum quietly or roar violently. The only question is, when will it roar next?